host. We're going live this morning from the house. So we are going to go outside here as soon as I get organized real quick. I'm waiting for some people to get in here. The kids are still sleeping. So I wanted to go live and just talk about a few things. I wanted to go live last night, but we didn't have time. So I want to show you. There's one of them. That's what I'm going to be going after soon. So, and then there's another one right there. Another one right there. There's another one right there. So we're gonna see who comes in. Wait a little bit, and we're gonna sit here for a second. I was watching some movies last night with my wife. I was up late, but I got a bunch of stuff to do today. We had some stuff to do yesterday, but we'll see what happens here. So I'm gonna wait for some people to come in. If some people come in, we got 1 like so far, so that's cool. Anthony J, what's up, brother? How are you? Good morning. Just getting up, getting active here. Well, I've been up for a while, but I got to get some stuff done. But I figured I'd go live this morning just to chat with you guys, let you guys know what's going on. So we'll see who comes in. But thank you for coming in, brother. I appreciate you. Haven't seen you in a while. But, yeah, man, my fishing is just about done. Is my video okay and you can hear me, Anthony? Is that cool? And is my audio good and video okay? Just wanted to make sure. There's 2 people in here. We're just waiting to get a little, get some people in here, and then we're going to go outside. I got to get to the boat and do some things. Looks and sounds good. Okay, cool. Cool. So, yeah, man. Hey, Yoper, what's up, brother? Hey, Yoper, you're in here. I'm going to give you a little something, okay? Here. So, Yoper, this is for you, buddy. So, there's one right there. Here's another one. These are in my living room, so you could see. That's just a little crazy little rack, real dark brown rack there. That's one of them. I have 2 of them. This is one of my bigger ones right here. That's got a bunch of points on it. It's like a 16 point. We got one down there back in the corner. You really can't see it. That was my one deer. And then we got Blade. This one right here. That's just a couple. But yeah, I was getting up this morning and I figured I'd go live. I didn't go live yesterday. I wanted to go live, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a live from the house and just walk around and show you guys some stuff. Just to get, hey, Corey, what's up, man? Salmon fishing starting to pick up. That's awesome. My fishing is actually going to be almost done, besides pond fishing in Ohio and maybe some muskie fishing in some unknown state. But yeah, so there's another one right here. This was an Ohio deer as well. This was, I'll show you guys, this was an Ohio deer where they used, this the last year that they used the metal tags. So that was pretty cool that I shot this deer. I mean, he isn't a big one, but it has the metal tag on it, so that was really cool. So I'm glad that I got that. Hey, bro, what's up? Man. No problem, dog family. What's up, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Tea or coffee? I do water. I am an iced tea guy, unsweetened iced tea. So I wanted to show you guys this real quick. Theo got his trophy yesterday. That's what I was. That was what I did yesterday all day. And then we come home and got some stuff ready. But I'm gonna head out. Joper, speaking of Anthony Day, nice trophy. Thank you, buddy. Water, great answer. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go downstairs here. I'm just gonna go outside. Oh, here's another one right here. This is another one that I shot with a muzzleloader in Ohio, but I just got the skull. I did that. My buddy did that right there. So that's a kind of a neat one. Little crazy one right there. And then there's the Exodus broadheads. I don't use Exodus anymore, but let me get this rack up in here real quick. There we go. Put that just like that. And where'd my water go? My water fell. Let me switch the camera around a little bit. There's a couple more right here. I'll show you. So there's my little pheasant. There's a smaller one. Sorry about the light. It's really bright down here. There's another Ohio deer right there. That's a really wide one. Got a couple more right there. And then we got the 85-gallon fish tank. I just put some fish in there. There's Greg in the back there. Cool. And then there's some feeder fish in there right now. For Greg, the big Oscar right there. I used to have bass in there, but we got the Oscar in there now. All right, dogs, watch this. All right, Dash, you want to go outside? Want to go out? Hope, you want to go out? Of course you want to go out. Let's go. All right, we're going outside, guys. Let me kill that light. All right, so let's go outside. So I'm going to show you my trailer. Furniture on it. I got everything pulled out, and I did that. I had to put the boat in. So I got the boat in here right now that I gotta clean up and cover. Got the Ranger up here. There's my iced tea from last night. I left it out here. So yeah, we got that right there, which is cool. I got this little pavilion, but we're getting this ready today. The pop-up. Good morning, John. So this is the pop-up that I'm gonna be pulling out today. And I'm putting those bikes up there, and we're getting rid of that red bike. It's too small for Theo. So I'm got a bunch of stuff to do today. We got the grill. We got some Christmas decorations that snuck in there too. So they're going over to my storage garage. Got the trampoline knot. Oh yeah, you got to have the Blackstone. Got to have the Blackstone. But this is my quad trailer with all the furniture on top of it. So I got to get rid of this as well. So that's what I was doing yesterday, guys. Just busy here. Sorry about that, guys. Disconnected you. What's up, Petersons? What's up, Phil? Thanks for coming in. Buffer bad on my end. Anyone else? Yeah, it was buffering. I had some bad stuff going on there. Sorry about that. But yeah, we'll wait for some more people. I guess people left there. But my internet is goofy. When I go outside, it switches sometimes because I got like 4 different internets. Hey, hello, Alvin. So it like buffers. Yeah, it's goofy. It'll switch to different internets. And then when I'm on one internet, if it switches, it cuts out. So I just shut it all off. I'm just using my stuff here. So yeah, so that's my morning so far. I gotta shoot I'm shooting a show with American Angler Outdoors Network at 11 o'clock today. So I wanted to do this live with you guys just to show you a little bit of what's going on this morning here at Off the Hook Outdoors. What else? Oh, I wanted to show you guys too. You guys seen my, I hope you guys seen my new video and my new song that debuted yesterday. That was pretty cool. I was kind of excited about that. Jason actually made that up. I was looking for a new song. I mean, I'm going to use my other stuff still, but I wanted like an Off the Hook song. So we got, Jason made me up we got a song made. And I sung it myself. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't sing it. But I got a couple versions of the song. I got a deer hunting song. I got the Off the Hook, Watch Out, Off the Hook Outdoor song and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. So I was really excited about that. So I put that out last night. So if you guys haven't checked out the new trailer debut and the song, go check that out. And what else? Oh, I wanted to show you. So just watched it, Ted. Very nice. Thank you, Vioper. I appreciate that, man. So I wanted to show you this scent, the new scent company I'm working with, Jinx Some Scents. Now, it isn't official yet, but I guess it's sort of official now since I'm live telling you guys this. But it's saying that there's one person in here now, so I guess they went away. I don't know how that works, but we'll see. So anyway, Jinx Some Scents. I'm excited to work with Sean and Dawn. So I'm really excited about that company. I'm going to show you. I got all the stuff yesterday. So I'm going to go show you guys real quick. And I don't know how many people's in here right now, but I'm going to show you what I got, which is cool here. And this is how it comes. So let's see. Oh, I'm going to show you this real quick. This is my little cedar room. There's all my equipment, all my crossbows and bows and arrows and more fishing rods and hunting clothes and fishing clothes and all kinds of stuff in my, here's my waders and my setup right here. But this is my little, here's all my hats and things, and this is my little cedar room in the garage, which I think is really cool. So but yeah, so we're gonna go, let's do the I'm gonna show you this stuff right here. It's in my fridge. Jinx Some Scent. This is how it comes, guys. They sent me a bunch of stuff. It's vacuum sealed right here. We got the scent dabs. We got synthetic stuff from Jinx Some. Hey, Phil, you're here. Okay, great. Thank you, buddy. Awesome videos. That box blade is awesome. We do that down at our camp, but we actually have to do that really soon. So there is some Mystic. We got some pre-orbital gland, we got some scent dabs, some misfortune, we got some ecstasy, we got bewitched, and we got some more misfortune. This is synthetic. And then we also have some licking branch. Also, this is like a curiosity licking branch from them. So we got that. And then we got a pack of the actual, this is not synthetic, this is actual, you see how it says refrigerate on there? This is actual deer pee. This is the regular natural deer pee. So I got a bunch of stuff from Jinx Some Scents, and I'm really excited to be working with them. Officially, it isn't out yet, but I guess today is official in a way. But we're going to be doing a live. Once I get back from vacation, guys, we're going to be doing a bunch of some bows hanging there. You know, you can see my bows. That's a diamond black ice bow that I use. Let's see. Here is the quads. We got all the quads here, but there's some storage. See, some paper towels and stuff like that. We got all the coolers. I'm just giving you a little rundown. This is the cribs. This is cribs. Off the hook version of cribs. There's all my fishing gear that I just put on the shelf from my boat. That's all the fishing gear. My musky gear is on the bottom. This is all not in order. It is not in order. This is my little tool bench here with all my tools and stuff like that. But I got my quad, my wife's quad, Carly's quad, and Theo's quad are all in here. And then there's this is where I'm going to start shooting again, my diamond black ice. You guys have all seen me shooting the crossbow a lot. And that was because of my arm, my bicep and everything. But I think I'm going to start shooting that again this year. And doing some stuff with the regular bow. So let's see, where is my stuff at? Where is my stuff? I'm going to get this towel real quick. So yeah, so this is the reason why the yard looks like this. There's my trailer with the grills out, but I put the boat in under storage. And we're going to be working on the pop-up because we're taking the pop-up to Ocean City because we're going to be doing camping and some fishing and stuff like that down there. And that's what we're going to be doing. So today at 11 o'clock, I'm shooting a show with the American Angler Outdoors Network. We're going to be doing that. They want to put it on their website. So what I'm doing is I'm showing them how I make baits. Obviously, he wanted me to do a show. It isn't gonna. I don't think it's gonna be a long show, but I'm gonna get into with them. It's it's my newer platform. So what I'm gonna do is cut that show with them today at 11 with Al, and they're gonna put it on their website. So make sure you go over to American Angler. You can click the description in my videos, and check that out. And yeah, that's what I'm doing today, guys. So I wanted to do a little live here, let you guys know, show you all the stuff that I'm into right now. I was supposed to be in Ohio today, but that got canceled because I got so much stuff to do. We went to Theo's award ceremony yesterday, and we ended up getting back late. And then I started with the boat and everything, and I didn't have time to. I don't like to rush and like just grab my stuff and run down Ohio. I like to be prepared for stuff, and it has to all work out. You know what I mean? Everything in here is but off the hook, and my normal life is scheduled. My sister and my mom and dad are down in Ocean City right now. We'll be leaving Friday. We're going to be leaving Friday to head down to the beach. So that's why we're going to get the pop-up ready today. We're going to pull it out, open it up. We did open it up about 2 weeks ago. Cleaned it all out, wiped everything down, got everything ready, and now we got to add some more stuff in there for our trip. So we actually got another Blackstone, but it's a knockoff Blackstone. I did a little short of it. It's like a 20-inch grill, but it's for camping. So we're going to take that, which is pretty cool. I guess you're off the hook. Yeah, it's just crazy here, Yoper, for sure. I appreciate you too, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I can't stress that enough with you guys. You guys are the reason why I do this. You know, it's so much fun to be able to do this, and you guys spending your time hanging out with me is just, I can't put it into words. I really enjoy all of it. You know, people ask me, oh, you're YouTube full-time. I'm not YouTube full-time. I have a full-time job. I have a family. So I try to put as much work as I can into my YouTube channel. You know, I try to do it the best I can, try to give you the best information, honest information, and the most real information that I can give you. And this is why I like to do these little vertical lives. You know, not too many people are fond of vertical lives, but I think vertical lives are a little more personal. And that's why I do stuff like this. Like when we do like the interviews and stuff like that, I'll do the horizontal studio lives. I still didn't make up my studio yet, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of this. Yoper might like this. Let's go into my little sunroom here. Yoper was talking about the, let me see, let me go put my light on here in my room. Yoper was talking about the deer collection and deer antlers and stuff like that. Thank you, Yoper, I appreciate you, buddy. So this is one of my storage areas. But here, or let me do this. Let me just bring this outside. It's easier if I do that. So let me grab this and bring it outside here. I'll put it on my boat. Just excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to bring this out here. Let me put you guys down for 1 second. You're going to hear me. You're at least going to hear me anyway. So hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't want to, I can't really see too much in here, so I want to grab it and bring it out to you guys. Oh, there's a tree stand in the way. Let me get that tree stand out of the way. Okay. Oh. Yoper will appreciate this. Oh, if I can get it out here without dropping anything. Okay. Watch out. Watch out, dog. All right. Here we go, guys. What do you think, Yoper? Ow. Whew. All right, so here's a couple antlers that we got. We're gonna put them, I'll pull them out of here for you guys. I found this one in Ohio last year, right here. That's one that I found in Ohio. I have video, I think, of him. In one of my videos, he came through and I passed him up. That one. There's this one. Bunch of racks. That's a wider one. What the hell fell? Oh, these ones fell here. Hold on. Here's another big one, bigger one. Not real enormous, but wide. These are ones that don't get mounted. Here's another one right here. Nice 8-point. My dogs, I gotta watch these don't fall because my dog's like chewing on them. Another high 8. Right there. These are just the stuff that's in the boxes. There's Thea's buck. Ain't that cool? That's cool. Let's see. Bunch of little ones. I remember this deer. This was when I was younger. I shot this buck over at a cemetery. I was hunting over by a cemetery by the house, and that buck came through. And I remember this buck like yesterday. It come running through. Yeah, I hope so. But this is I remember this deer. It followed my scent trail. See how it's palmated? It followed my scent trail right to my tree. It was grunting, crashing, and I was nervous, and it came in. Here's a nice one that I found. This was a PA buck actually. Found that one. There is some dedication to it for sure. I hope I can put all of the, I found this one. This was all beat up and eaten up though. But these are gonna go in my studio. They're all gonna go into my studio and be hung on. There's one that's broken. Nice little one right there. Well, not too little, but little. But I got a bunch of little ones here that I shot when I was younger. And just a little half rack. I think that was my dad's half rack, if I do believe. That was down at camp. This is the quality of the deer we used to have at camp years ago. See how that is, like a pencil rack? And now the quality of the deer down there is so much better. Yeah, the show and tell. I figured I'd show you guys some stuff here. There's it's good when you have a box when all the racks are stuck together. Now this one's kind of crazy. The antlers are like, I don't know how they got in there to rub their antlers, but they're like crossing over right there. Little guy. That was down at camp as well. But this is the quality of the deer we used to have down there. Now the quality of the deer down there are this. So there is one rack, and then there's this rack here that's as big as the whole rack itself, and this is one side. So this is the quality we're getting down there now, which is nice. I found this one down at camp. I think this wasn't the first shed I've ever found. I think I'll get to that one. But it's funny because each shed, what's up, P&B? Thanks for coming in, man. It's funny, Yoper, how you remember how many years ago all these antlers, you know, how far, you know, how long ago, and you could remember just about each deer like it was yesterday, exactly what happened. That's the memories you create when you're hunting and fishing. But I think more hunting than fishing for me is the memory. I remember more with the hunting than I do with the fishing. I guess because you catch so many more fish, and I don't want to say there is a lot of prep that goes into hunting to be successful. Fishing, you can go out, throw your line in the water, and whatever happens, happens. But you can't just go out and throw your line. You can't do that hunting. You have to prepare if you're trying to be successful and have consistency. And this was found down at camp. But that's, like I said, this is years and years ago with the quality of the deer that we used to have down there. We have that. This was the camp buck right here. And that was considered a decent one back in the day down there. That's a 6-point. That was when the antler restrictions were different. So, and you can see I have the screws through them because they were big bucks back then. You know what I mean? So I had them mounted to the wall. Hey, easy. There goes the dogs at the neighbor, at another dog. I'm the same way, Tab. Some of my smaller bucks had a better story than the bigger ones. Yeah, no kidding. So there is another quality buck down at camp. That's what they used to be right there. Oh man, just bringing back the memories here. Here is the camp buck here. This is like not too long ago, but this is a nice one here. This is a nice 10 that was taken down there. So that wasn't too, I think that was about 5 years ago maybe. I think this is when I first started my deer management. I thought 1 year food plots created this, but it didn't. Let's see, I found some sheds. These are just all half-eaten sheds. This was Ohio. Found that one in Ohio. Here goes one right here. I found this down at camp. That was a monster at the time. Stop. Hope. Stop. She caught a locust last night and tore it up. There's another one. That's a nice buck. That's actually around the house here. I shot this one around the house. That's a nice size one there. That's a 9-point. And then all these ones are kind of small, but we're going to show them to you anyway because they all have a meaning. I remember this buck like yesterday. Shot that one with my bow down at camp. And I thought that was a non-typical back in the day. Because of that. So that's funny. That's funny. And we got, this one is a little bit dusty. But this has all kinds of character on it. See all the little points and little kickers and stuff like that. That was a camp buck. It's really small. I remember this buck, I was calling, and it was raining that morning, and I was calling, and my buddy was filming. This is back, I'm talking, I'm gonna say I graduated high school in 91. I was giving you my age right there. I think this was 91. And my buddy was filming me with a VHS camera. I don't even know if he still has that or not. I'd have to ask him. But he was behind me about 20 yards in a tree, and I was in a big oak tree in front of him, and we were on a hillside. And I was like, my stand was facing, like the hillside was here, and I was on a bench. And it was really thick on both sides, and I was rattling in the rain. And I put my antlers down, and I'm sitting there, and I look at him, and he's like videoing under me. And I look under my stand, and he's standing under my stand sniffing around. So he walked out about 8 yards, and I put it down through his back and through him, and he ran about 25 yards, stood there, and then he fell over. So that was pretty cool. That was a big buck back then. That was a big buck back then. This one. This one was down at camp. This was with my 243. I remember this buck. This is a 243. I shot him with my rifle. Right there. That was, there was bucks, it was opening day of rifle season. I was in the wood line, and there was a big field. We call it turkey field because it was all grown, like it was all brush. And we shot a bunch of turkeys in there one year. Like 10 of us, we all got turkeys. It was when it was fall season, so you could take a hen or a gobbler. And we all were walking around like almost like pheasant hunting, and these turkeys were in there. So they would fly up like a pheasant, and we took 9 or 10 turkeys out of that field, so we nicknamed the field Turkey Field. We have a picture of it down at camp. But this buck here, I remember, I was young, and I put my stand in the corner of the turkey field, and I had woods behind me and the field in front of me, and a guy put a stand, one of our club members put a stand about 150 yards away from me, and I was kind of upset about it because he was so close, but I was like, whatever. I was young. And I was just starting to get on my own, like being able to go out in the woods with myself. My dad was letting me do that, you know, like I was able to go out, set up my tree stand, and he helped me do it and everything. But I think that was one of the years that I was able to sit in a tree myself. And there was a guy down there, and I could see him in the orange. He actually made a stand the night before with a pass load nail gun. So the night, I was all mad because I did all my scouting, I put my stand in, and then he comes in the day before and start nailing up 2x4s with a platform. So he's standing down there. So first day, first morning, it's dark, I'm sitting in my stand, and I could hear deer behind me running everywhere. They're grunting and running. So I'm grunting. Well, I made a mistake of, and this is a tip for all you hunters out there, is do not grunt or call a deer unless it's light enough to shoot. Sitting outside by a fire watching you and turkeys and one of my food. That's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you for watching that. I appreciate that. So, and I love doing this and telling the stories. I might even do a story time thing or something on the channel. I think that would be very cool. I was going to make a fire last night and just hang out and do the live, but I was just too busy. So behind me in the morning, I made the mistake, and that's how I learned, is it was dark out and I grunted, and this deer came, not this deer, but a deer came right in under my stand, and I couldn't shoot him, I couldn't see him, and he was grunting and he was walking around, he was thrashing. He could have been a world record, who knows? I don't know what kind of deer it was, but I knew it was a buck because I heard him grunting. He was thrashing around the branches, and I'm talking 20 yards away from me, rubbing trees and stuff, and it was too dark, but I made the mistake of calling when it was dark out. So I never call unless I have shooting light. No, rattling or grunting, anything like that, I do not call until I can shoot. So that would be great live format. Yeah, for sure. So I'm sitting there, I called, I'm like, then they went away. As it's starting to get light out, I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna have all kinds of action, all kinds of action. Nothing. I could see the guy in the stand, and I'm like, man. So I was sitting there for about an hour. And all of a sudden I look to my left and I hear running and grunting again, and this guy come out. And he came out between me and the guy. Now this deer walked straight out to the left of me about 80 yards. And he was walking towards the gentleman that made the stand. And he was in between me and the guy. So he was standing there. And I don't know if the guy was sleeping or if the guy wasn't paying attention, but I couldn't shoot because it was shooting towards the guy. And I was young and I didn't want to make a mistake, and I didn't want to end up shooting that way. And my dad says, oh, you're shooting at another hunter, you're done hunting or something like that. So this deer was standing there and I was itching to shoot him so bad. I was like, why ain't this guy shooting him? Well, he might have been not shooting him as well because I was there. So this deer ends up walking in front of me. He come out about 90 to 100 yards away and right in front of me, away from that guy. But the guy could have had all the time in the world to shoot him because the way he walked, the guy could have shot him because I wasn't in front anymore. So he gets in front of me, boom, I shoot him. He falls. I didn't know he fell. So I call my dad, I'm shaking, I get down. We go over, and the guy said he never saw this buck in front of him. And I'm like, really? So right then and there, I knew there's something different. Like, you have to be on your game with the deer hunting. Like, he was right there, I was right there. I noticed this deer. I was in tune with everything going on, and maybe it wasn't because he walked out right in front of this guy, and then he walked in front of me, and the guy never saw him. So right there, I kind of knew there was something to it, like paying attention, you know, like being in tune with your surroundings during hunting. Like, it does matter. And that was a perfect example because we were like 100, 150 yards apart, and this deer walked between us and he never saw him. So that was really cool. So that is that. Then this one was a little stubby buck. I called him Stubby. He got whacked with a bow. He was about 25 yards away. This is Stubby. And the reason why he's stubby because he has this pushed in antler here, and it's like not broken off, but it was like he hit it off of a tree in velvet and mashed it together. There you go, right there. That was a high one. That was a big one for down at camp at the time as well. But I remember I had a Martin Firecat. It was one of my fastest bows I ever had. And that's when I was pulling, I don't know, 18, 19 years old. And I was pulling 70 or 80 pounds back at the time. And this thing was super fast at the time, this bow. And this deer walked out, and he was 25 yards away, and he was in grapevines, and he was standing, you would see this way. So this is how he was standing. And he turned like this, and I was like, oh my God, he's enormous. That's what I said at the time. And there was a hole probably this big that I could shoot through. and his neck was in that hole. And I was waiting, and it took forever because I think he heard me, and he was just standing there. And if you ever watch a deer, whenever they didn't know something's up, they freeze, but they almost look at you, like with their head down. And it was just, I could see his eye, and I could see his neck and everything in that hole. And I was getting ready to pull back, and I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been holding for a while. It took him about 11 minutes to move into that hole with his shoulder, like his vitals in that hole. So I was standing there like this, holding my bow up for 11 minutes. Now, if anybody has done that, holding your bow up. Now, pulling back and holding back, I could have never held it for 11 minutes because it was like an 80-pound bow or 70-pound bow or whatever. I couldn't have pulled it back. The let-offs weren't that great back then. I think it was 55% let-off at the time. So I wouldn't have been able to hold it back. So, hey, Amber, thanks for coming in. So I was like this. And finally, he stepped through. When he stepped through, the leaves were crunching, so I made sure I pulled back. And he stopped perfectly in the hole. I shot right through that hole. He ends up running off. I found him about 100, 150 yards away. So that was really cool. You could see all the racks behind me. This was one that I found down there. Was this the first one that I found? This might have been the first shed that I ever found down at camp. Hey, Mom. This was the first one I ever found at camp. This was in that turkey field that I was saying where I had my stand set up. This was under a little tree with a rub on it, and it was sitting perfectly, like a picture perfect setting. It was sitting right under a rub. And I remember that was my first, I actually wrote down the year on this, but it's all wore off. I used a little Sharpie, but it's wore off already for the years. But that was the first shed I've ever found. And it was funny because I remember my best friend Phil was with me, and we were in a tree line, and we were sitting there, and I found a shed, and all of a sudden I heard, it sounded like hammers pounding on the ground. This was pretty funny. And here my buddy was in this tree line, same tree line I was in. It was like the turkey field that I was talking about, and I was sitting in the tree line. Well, down to my left, it ran about 300 yards, but it was a little bit like grown up, like a fence row, going straight down. Well, we were in that fence row looking for sheds, and that's where I found that one. And my buddy was about 40 yards away from me to the left, and I hear like pounding, and it's my buddy running. Well, here he was standing right above a ground bee nest, and the bees went up his pants and in his shirt, and he's getting stung, and he's running. It sounded like a deer running in the woods, if you ever heard that boom, boom, boom. And he comes running through, he's getting attacked by bees. So he rolls down on the ground, and we're smacking the bees and hitting the bees off of him. And he got tore up back there. That was pretty funny. So that one, then this one was my dad's. My dad never really kept them and like stored them or anything like that. This was my dad's, I think, bow buck down there. And I think this is the one that charged him. There's no brow tines to this thing. And this was a big buck at the time down there. This is the quality of the deer. My dad shot this deer with a bow. Found him. He was still alive. The deer jumped up and charged him. I remember that. I wasn't even there. I was in my stand or something when him and my what I call my Uncle Mark was looking for him. No, not at all. Yep. But this is the deer that charged my dad after he shot him. He come up and he charged at him, and they end up shooting him again and getting him. So that was that one. But my dad never kept his racks for some reason. I don't know. And this one, I think this one was my dad's rifle, or maybe a bow kill as well. This was my dad's bow kill. And you can tell how white they get. Hey, Wego, what's up, brother? So there is another little bow kill for down at camp. And like I said, these were decent deer at the time. I'm talking when I was 16 years old, 15 years old. I'm 50 right now. That was that long ago. That was down at camp. Now you'll see the different quality of bucks down there now are amazing. This was another one that was found. This has my initials on it, TP. That was another one that was found at camp, and it was the same area I found that first one. And this was that buck, and I thought that was a nice buck at the time. And once again, we were allowed to shoot 6 points back in the day down there. This is my dad's buck. These are the quality of the deer that were down there, man. So we went from that. This was down at camp. So we went from this to this down there. There's some, the moths must have been getting to this in there too, because there's some moss, which is good. They eat all the hair off of it. But there, so we went from like this down at camp at one point, and we're going to this. That's a nice buck right there, guys. Very nice buck. Hope. Another buck from down there. Decent. Monster for down at camp. Monster. This was a monster. Yeah, bro. 50. Everybody thinks I'm 25, 30. Now 50, bro. There you go. So I have some experiences in the woods and fishing. I've been fishing for 43. There you go. And there's the little one. Yep, 50th birthday last year. My birthday's coming up. Another little puny one. Another found one. Is this my initial one? No, this was another one that was found down there, down the camp. Another one that was found down there. I used this back in the day. This is funny. I found this, and if you see the bottom of it, Hope, stop. I put a brass pin inside there, and I used to use this as my beer tap when I used to drink beer. I don't drink anymore, but I used to use this as my tap. I screwed it on my beer tap. I had one of those beer kegs in the garage, and I put the brass pin in there, threaded brass pin, and put JB Weld on it, and I used this as my spout for my beer. So that was that right there. So I kept that. Then I got a couple little half-eaten ones and stuff like that. This one's a little sorry little one there. And then this is another little goofy little pencil rack here. But these are all from camp, and these are all, like I said, the quality of the deer that we used to have down there. Look at that thing. So let me, I'm gonna dump this box out because it's full of stuff here. We got a bunch of lantern flies around here. A bunch of lantern flies. So there is my collection right there, guys. That's the collection of my deer antlers that I have. And like I said, the quality of the deer, it's neat to have that because you can see how they get better and better. So put all these back in here. I don't know if I can fit them all back in here, but we're gonna try our best to put them back in there. But that's the quality right there, guys. That's what we're looking for, stuff like that. What's nice is you can put the antlers in there, and they all intermingle, so they hold themselves in there. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't know who's all in here yet, but I want to show you, Mom. Like I said, we could talk for hours. Yes, we could. We could talk for hours. And like I said, I may do something like a story time deal or something like that on my channel. Talk about different stories. Probably old time and new stories. That'll be coming up probably this year, depending on how I do it, because I'll be in the woods a lot, I'm thinking, this year. So we're gonna see, how many bucks have you harvested in your lifetime? All those bucks that I just showed you, probably, I couldn't even count them, probably, Wego, for sure. I don't even know how many. I'm not like bragging, but I couldn't tell you. All these bucks, except for a few of them, are my dad's, but all of them are mine. So whatever I showed you here, plus my bucks that are mounted inside. There were years where I didn't shoot a buck. And there's years that I shot two, that I got one in PA and one in Ohio, so. Hey Tina, thanks for coming in. So that is that, and I'll go back in the house and I'll show you the bucks that are in the house again. So you guys, the new people that just got in here. You don't hunt? Yeah, hunting is my passion, man. Like it's I would say it's more than my fishing, sure. So let me put these back in there. I'll be right back. Oh God. Put these back in, and then I'll take you in the house again. The dogs want to go in. So I'll show you some of my bucks, or all my bucks that are in the house anyway. Oh. But these are mostly going to be set up in my studio. I haven't set up the studio yet. And once I have time to set up my studio, then we will move this down a little bit, and I'll show you in here real quick. Let me take you with me. But we got the pop-up getting ready today as soon as my wife gets back. She went to church today. I didn't go to church today, so sorry. Okay, let's switch this around. These are some of the deer that I have. There's my big tank right there with the Oscar in it. There's one. That's my first buck I ever shot with a bow. Right there. There's another one. There's an Ohio really wide one. One right there. There's my pheasant. Let me take you upstairs. I'll show you these ones. Switch it around. There's one right there. One right there. That's a crazy one. One of my biggest is right here. That's like 17 points with all the junk on the head. And then there is Blade. That's a cool looking buck right there. So that's a nice buck right there. I like that one. I like the way his rack is. So that's the off the hook collection as of now, and I'm hoping to add to that this year. So we'll see. But yeah, just bringing you along in the house, hanging out with you guys this morning. It is 10 o'clock. I got about an hour to go, and then I'm going to be shooting a show with the American Angler Outdoors Network. And then this is, I showed you guys, this is the storage on my equipment room. I have a bunch of stuff in here. My hunting gear, crossbows, bows, knives, arrows. I make my own, I fletch my own arrows as well. There's all the rods that were up at the lake this year. There's about 30 rods there. So that's my Tidewee hunting blind there, my new Tidewee hunting blind that they sent me. Got my AquaView, got my 10-point crossbow, all my clothes. There's my waders and my Sims gear right there. And then got the little quad right there, Theo's quad. Got Carly's quad. Got my wife's quad right here. You can see it's storage, there's towels on it. The wife's quad, I got my quad right here. Got my bow. Theo's old bow hanging there. Here's my bow. Got all the dirt bike riding gear and all my fishing gear and all that stuff on the shelves in the basement. My workplace. There's one of my St. Croix rods. There's the coolers for when we go away. all my tools and stuff like that. So we're going to be packing up the pop-up today. I'm going to pull the pop-up out, and we're getting ready to head to the beach. So, oh, for sure. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Now, if you want to see a better group of trophies, when we go to my buddy Bob's house in Ohio. He's put the time in. That's who I've learned a lot of stuff from Bob. Me and Bob go way back, and we've been hunting and fishing together for years and years and years. And you want to see a respectful collection of deer. When I go to Ohio for hunting this year, I'm going to do a live from inside his camp. Or it ain't his camp, it's going to be his house. He built the house down there about 3 years ago. And it's nice because we used to stay at hotels down there. And we used to go down and spend a week or 5 days, whatever we would, but we'd spend money on a hotel. Well, here we met a guy named Dan, and Dan and Liz down there, they're great people, and they own land and they knew people. So we got our lease from them, from another guy. And Bob built a house down there right off of public land hunting. And we were hunting public land for a while down there and seeing some giants, and way different than PA down there. So he bought the land, and then he built a house on it, and that's where he's going to retire. So now I have a place to stay when I go to Ohio, which is awesome. And when we fish, he has a place to stay up at my place, and I have a place to stay down there in Ohio. I have my place also down in Uniontown here in PA where we hunt and fish. I was born in Ohio, but obviously live in Florida now. But I've seen some monsters shot. Yeah, there's some monsters in Ohio for sure. So. But yeah, man, that's basically what I do, and wanted to show you guys a little bit of that so you can dig deeper into what I do and what I'm about. And that's my goal this year, was trying to get a little more personable with you guys to show you how we do it over here. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it, and we enjoy doing it for you guys. I appreciate you guys coming in all the time and supporting us. I really appreciate that. So. Yeah, man, but I'm going to get to, I guess I'm going to go set up all my gear so I can shoot this show for the American Angler Outdoors Network. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be, that's a RUKU TV network. So that's kind of cool for me to be on TV and get my brand out there. And also, Backroads Outdoors approached me this year. And I am going to be also on that platform as well, and that's going to be another TV show. So I just sent them some videos to put up on their site for me. So they're in the process of doing that. It's a fairly brand new network. So they reached out to me on Camo Space and asked me if I'd be a part of their network, and I said sure, because I'm looking to get my brand out there. So big time congratulations. Yeah. So I'll be on. I'm on RUKU now for the American Outdoors Network. I'll be on RUKU TV, I think Vimeo, RUKU, and stuff like that for the Backroads Outdoors Network as well. So that's still in the process, though. I don't even think I'm up on their network yet, but they're making it and processing it. But I just sent them 3 videos the other day. And Al has been awesome with the American Outdoors Network. American Angler Outdoors Network. So I'm going to be shooting a show with him, and he wanted something to put on the website. So if you go to my description, check out the site, the RUKU site. Go over, and yeah, no problem, Yoper. I appreciate you coming in, man. But yeah, I appreciate you going into my descriptions. Check them out. Go over, browse through all the websites and stuff that I have on there. I have some share codes on there that could save you some money as well. So go over, look it up, check out the American Angler Outdoors Network, subscribe to it, it's free. You can get on that, and then you can see a bunch of different content creators on there as well. I don't have the Backroads Outdoors Network up there yet because I don't have any information on it yet. They're still in the process of doing that, so look out for that. And then I'll be announcing I'll be doing a couple lives coming up here, probably with a Limit Shield. I'm trying to get Domain Seed up, but they're away this weekend. I wanted to do it this weekend, a live show with them, but they are out of state right now. So Phil with the Limit Shield will be coming on this year soon. Domain, I'm trying to get Yolatech, the owner Christian, up on a live stream for Yolatech as well. That way we can, promote some products and show you guys some stuff. He can explain his business to you guys. Limit Shield, the same thing, explaining they have some great products, some scent elimination products. I believe they're the best on the market. And also, I'll be getting my new scent company. I'll be getting them up on panel with me. And if you've seen my new video yesterday with the new song, you'll see Jinx Some Scents in there. And that is my new scent company. It's not official, but it's sort of official. But I will be doing a live, official live stream with the owners of Jinx Some Scents, and we're going to explain to you all the products and stuff. I just got all the products in the mail yesterday, so I'm really excited about that. They're in the refrigerator. I have some synthetic and then some natural deer urines and scents that I'm using this year, so I'm really excited about that. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to end it here. Go over, check out my website as well, offthehookoutdoors.us. I make baits and things like that. That's what I'll be doing on American Angler Outdoors Network today. I'll be cutting a show on showing you the stuff that I use. They want it up there, and I figured that's a great platform for my baits as well. So I'm going to do that. I got to make some baits. I'm sending out the last 2 prizes from the One Bait Challenge today, so they'll be in the mail tomorrow. So the people that won, it'll be Sean from Snake River and Chris from Bogley's Keeping It Real. They're going to get their stuff mailed out to them tomorrow. I have a Danny Stone package, and I also have a Dean package. And I have a Living MN Outdoors package that all got to go out. So very busy here at Off the Hook Outdoors. So I appreciate you watching this morning. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Get out there and fish. And like I always say, take a kid fishing or hunting. We're going to preserve our sport and pass it on to future generations. And we will see ya.